told your friend you're not okay, and tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. And guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray as you fade away, as you fade away.
Yeah, I'm about to fade away, cause every time I wake up I feel like it's Monday. Something's going wrong with all the chemicals up in my brain. All of a sudden I don't look at anything the same way. Gotta build up of my thoughts sitting in an ashtray. I'm sorry that I'm so inconvenient, okay. Just let me be me and I'll stay out of your way. I can see the way you look at me, I'm such a disgrace. I never really asked to be brought into this place. You wanna love me? Well then baby I have a taste. All the highs and the lows, no you'll never be the same. I don't really wanna hurt you but I can't control the pain. If you're sticking by my side maybe we could be okay. Okay, maybe you could be the change I need today. I promise that I've never felt this way. I really hope that you will choose to stay through all the pain.
I know you told your friend you're not okay, and tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. And guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray as you fade away, as you fade away, as you fade away. Try to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray.
Still waiting on that report. 'Tis our duty. If 'tis naught of import, pray hold your... What business have you here?
You are the Arisen, yes? Follow me!
I cannot help but be wary after all I've seen. A fine place to sit and gather one's thoughts.
I'm just grateful I get to lead a quiet life.
Tis best you move along. Should one of the other guards espy you, I will be forced to play my part. Pray, be cautious, Your Majesty.
What was I supposed to do? I've clean forgotten.
There's ought to be said for peace and...
You'll have to excuse me. I have a job to attend to.
My sword arm could use some work.
It's on me to bear what young
Monsters range nearer here than there. Anyone gives me trouble, it's steal.
Who's there? Pray, keep your voice low. 'Twouldn't be good for either of us if someone was summoned to come check on me. Could it be that you have come to bring Mother's schemes to light? Aye, Disa is my mother. Pray forgive me for not telling you sooner. 'Twas never my intent to deceive you. I'd simply feared that if I spoke the truth, none would wish to involve themselves with me. But that is no longer a concern. 'Tis clear that we are allied in purpose. My word, you mean to say that you are the true Arisen? That the sovereign currently residing in the palace is a pretender? Could Mother have had a hand in that as well?
Regent King Sven appears to be missing from his chambers. Have you seen him?
Me? No, sir.
Then start searching, you fool. Should aught befall the Regent Kin, 'tis us who'll answer to her grace.
Forgive me. My absence seems to have made this rather more difficult for us. You ought leave the palace at once. This room turned up little of interest, but I've a mind to look into this further. I shall send word to Captain Brandt if I discover aught you should know. I'll head out first and speak with the sentinels. Use that opportunity to make good your escape.
Sven, where have you been, Your Grace?
Forgive me. I couldn't sleep. I thought a stroll might...
Prithee inform us when you... If aught was happened.
Just between you and me,
My survey missions through the caverns and ruins have been more trouble than I foresaw.
I'd sooner stay out of that.
Who are you supposed to be?
I would fain aid you if you are in need.
You are not permitted to be... You are not permitted to be here. Move along.
The latest tidings from Melve came as quite a shock.
If you don't mind, sir, I've my duty to attend.
Seems my fault. Always leave me here.
Begging your pardon, sir, but I'm on duty. That's a peace. Reign eternal. Is aught amiss?
So, you've come. Captain Brant bade me allow you passage.
I'm dead on my feet.
Have you come to release me from this jail? Who are you? Aha! Then we are presented with three options. Either the law of our world that allows only one arisen has been upended, or Jesus arisen is false, or you are... Have you proof that you are arisen, as you say? Ah, they say the Arisen's breast bears a wound akin to the dragon's claw. By that mark, 'twould seem 'tis true. This reminds me of a happening 148 years ago. During the reign of Regent Alphonse, a man named Crusoe appeared and claimed to be arisen. He went before the people, insisting that he, and not Regent Alphonse, was the true arisen, the one fit to lead them as their... And what befell him, you ask? Ha! Crusoe was discovered to be a liar. Aye, I dare say your arrival portends another beheading, but whose will it be? Escape? But why? Here, I spend my days perusing the code and deciphering old texts. I can devote all my time to my own interests, and I need not turn my ear to Deesa's absurd demands. 'Tis a paradise to me, this. That said, if you know of a place with a mountain of tomes I could delve into, I might tell me. Does that ring any bells? I suspected as much. Then we are done here. Leave me...
This armor's seen better days.
Everyone's as tired as I am, seems like.
make a living if I get myself injured.
Is aught amiss hereabouts?
Dare say I could forget all my troubles here.
I have been waiting for you, Arisen.
Will someone do aught about this?
A fine place to harvest some ingredients. Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
A fine spot to take my mind off. I must be the judge. The town.
It's... Seems you must attend the palace masquerade if you're to meet the one who would falsely claim your title. 'Twould seem we've a need to visit the palace. As pawns are not permitted within the castle, I will bid you farewell when we reach the entrance. A guide is most welcome. Now we shan't lose our way. We've arrived, just as planned. It seems we must part ways for the time being.
Sometimes this is the only place I can find.
How to proceed?
Always sets me to think this place.
I only pray no ruffians come calling.
'Tis quiet about.
I'm not.
I fear I've naught useful to share.
The sky always puts me in a contemplation.
Always sets me to think this place.
That is quite the quandary.
Oh, how lovely. I'll have to remember this
Crowns and politics are no concern of mine. A place to... This is one step too far.
Last night's patron was a delight.
Think again.
Crowns and politics are no concern of mine.
There's comfort in the humdrum of daily life.
churns my stomach, this does.
Not much going on.
Think again.
I shan't agree to this.
Head will roll if aught goes over.
There's aught to be said for peace and quiet. The latest tide was a tragedy to those who suffered the beast's attack, to be sure. I thought to myself, with the dragons, and indeed, we have our self still, that I would see this kingdom.
Nice place, this. I'm in no hurry to leave. Else I'll be at this all.
Delightful breeze. This is too much for me, I feel.
I'll have no part in this.
Work done graciously. Work done poorly.
At least all my people have been kind so far.
Think again. I could use a bit of excitement in my life.
A place to soothe the spirit, this.
Of course not! Do you take me for a fool?
No sense dwelling on what
One last push, and I'll be done for the day.
In case you haven't noticed, shops are closed on certain, so if there's no one about, you might have to come back later.
happiness.
'Tis quiet about.
Nice place, this.
My apologies.
A place to soothe. This is one step too far.
Pray, take yourself elsewhere. I'll...
We've had some loathsome patrons in
Once the day's work is done, the night is mine.
Feels eerie with no one about.
There's ought to be said, peace and quiet.
My whiskers are looking a tad crooked.
Back again.
There's no shame in living life for its pleasures.
If he asks me again, I'll claw out his eyes.
I must have drawn to quiet spots like this. Not much going on.
Work done great. I'll not suffer this to continue.
The sky always puts me in a contemplative mood.
Not a chance.
Pray, take yourself elsewhere. Our services are only available to members of this establishment.
Sometimes this is the only place I can find things.
'Tis our duty to see this. Our soldiers need better training.
Feels eerie.
There are few places where I can let down my guard.
Everyone's busy with their own affairs, I see.
I like lots to be taken care of before the day's done.
Prayer's a waste of time. No one's listening.
If you've come for the masquerade, you would best return a night, sir. That's when the event begins. Just between you and me, my survey missions through the caverns and ruins.
I will see to it that the law is upheld.
Perchance you've heard. The coronation is soon to be held. The sovereign, wounded in glorious combat with the indeed. 'Tis a weight off my heart to think that our...
We've naught to discuss.
I suppose I couldn't.
This place is very dreary. If I see that rag again, I'll cut it myself. Wait till nothing less than all that hustle and bustle.
You looking for a fight?
Begging your pardon, sir, but I'm on...
last.
I've more time than I know how to spend.
I'm tired of breaking my back for someone else.
So tired. I can hit just about anywhere.
We'll see. What should I get up to today?
What's this? Come to admire my sculptures, have you? Ho, ho! To think my eminence says, if only my collection were complete. Alas, the sculpture that I commissioned to be its centerpiece is yet to arrive. And 'twould wound my pride to have you. If your curiosity shall not be denied, the man's home is located in Bakbatal. You need only tell him that I eagerly await the sculpture's completion.
We may benefit from pursuing the information.
That tyrannical Sir Rudolph thinks he can do whatever he likes.
An ox cart ought to make our journey easier.
Walking everywhere is certainly tiring.
Mayhap I'll treat myself to a task. To try to enjoy life staring when I can't wait.
Oh, what does this say? Shall we take a closer look?
Life's best taken at a leisurely pace.
Above all, we will have need of allies to our cause.
Welcome to the Star Drop. We serve all manner of fine ales here. Shall I pour you a cup to... Always a pleasure. Welcome to the Star... We serve all manner of fine ales here. Shall I... Always a pleasure.
I've things to do, if you don't mind.
Unless we've business, you'd best leave me be.
Don't think you're safe just because you're in the city. Monsters have gotten bold.
Welcome to the Star Drop Inn. We serve all manner of fine ales here. Shall I... Come back any time. Fancy a gander? Fine wares
I have my fill of this place.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. How fared your mission? Was there aught suspicious to be found in the Queen Regent's office?
This scrap. 'Twas part of a letter, and from Batal no less. This alone can prove little, but 'tis clear that these schemes run deep. To think, these actions have weighed even on the mind of her own son. 'Tis a surprise, but a welcome one. If Regent King Sven is willing to aid us by drawing Deez's focus, we may be able to gain more useful information. You have done well, Your Majesty. Though I am limited in the aid I am able to offer, I bid you.
What could the Queen Regent be plotting? I know not what to make of this.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen a place with books likely to entice Magistrate Waldo, you say. Naught springs to mind, I'm afraid. 𝐏𝐥𝐸𝐽 the Gracious Hand is versed in many things. Perchance he knows of such a place? There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen Your Majesty. There is one other thing. Masquerades being as they are, you will require... Much is made of appearances at such gatherings, and 'twould be wisest to dress the part when... Is there aught else you would speak of, Your Majesty? Do not forget that we work to serve the citizen...
There's a ladder here. Ah, excellent find. I'll carefully conserve my strength and endeavor... I dare say I've accomplished a few...
Tis a pleasure to meet you.
I've a modest talent for spotting materials that can be used to enhance your equipment. I can even mark them on your map.
Restoration and reinforcement are the purview of a mage. You'll be safe in my care.
You are wise indeed to have sought my aid.
Tis a pleasure to meet you.
I shall be proud to serve you, Arisen. Restoration and reinforcement are the purview of a mage.
I pray my efforts aid your cause.
Restoration and reinforcement are the purview of a mage.
I pray my efforts aid your cause.
You can count on me to fly to your aid in your hour of need, Master. Knowing when... Restoration and reinforcement are the purview of a mage. You'll be safe in my care, Arisen.
I shall be proud to serve you, Arisen.
Restoration and reinforcement are the purview of a mage.
I pray my efforts aid your cause. Restoration and reinforcement are the purview of a mage. You'll be safe in my care, Arisen. I pray my efforts aid your cause.
Restoration and reinforcement are the purview of a mage.
A well-organized pack is my specialty.
I shall be proud to serve you, Arisen. My talents lie in combining materials, and I'll use those in my possession to...
Restoration and reinforcement are the purview of a mage. You'll be safe in my care, Arisen.
If ever you've need of an ear to listen, you have but to up. A troubling rumor has reached my ears, and methinks I ought to share it. 'Tis said there is an illness. Spores can contract beyond the rift that inflicts unspeakable harm on those around them. As it progresses, the pawn gradually loses all self-control, and in time will even cease to heed the Arisen's commands.
Indeed. Well, we shall have to remain watchful, lest one of our company should start showing signs of this sickness.
We shall await you here, Master.
Wish I'd been born a nobleman's son.
I must ask you to comport yourself with the utmost civility while you are within the masquerade hall.
It's obvious, ain't it?
Such quietude is a blessing.
You're far from your station, are you not?
I was bored out my skull guarding the palace. Mind, I have time for a citizen in the...
What do you think you're doing in here?
Always the same. They are not a fine turn up. Just how I like it.
Naught of import ever happens here, anyhow.
I'd kip just about anywhere.
Our soldiers need
I nodded off for a moment there.
Troops to train, arms to procure. No time for sleep.
Who are you supposed to be?
Have you business in Batal?
I will see to it that the law is upheld.
Everyone who dances with me complains of sore feet.
Do forgive me, but who are you?
Have you heard? There's to be more. Another ale can't make my dancing any worse.
I shan't let anything spoil my evening.
Our first sovereign in decades. At last, we will see the end of the age of proxies. Indeed, the Arisen has always been the mainstay of Vermund.
Best to remain sober. Much to be done on the morrow.
Can't say I've any tidings to share.
Naught but dreary duty awaits after this.
Another fancy party hosted by the Arisen. You'd think he's feeling plenty merry by now.
Best mind that tongue afore you lose it.
Listen.
Twould seem
I've
our
seen my
sovereign
fair
has
share of
recovered enough to...
All this merrymaking is a joy to behold.
Surely these extravagant...
Now, pay me no mind. We who are gathered here are naught but nameless nobles. 'Twould be uncouth.
Nary could you betray me in my life? I warn you, I'm not easily impressed.
Perchance you've heard. The coronation is soon to be held, it seems. The Sovereign. I pray someone asks me to dance.
I've a pressing duty to which I must attend.
Twouldn't do to meddle in each other's affairs here.
What brings you here?
Now, we who are gathered here are not.
Tis high time I received my invitation.
I only pray my watch finishes without incident. No time to talk, I'm afraid. I'm a busy man. Just about anywhere.
This place is very dreary.
I only pray my watch finishes without incident. I'd sooner stay out of that quietude.
So much more. If you've naught to say, I'd best be going.
No. Pay me no mind. We who are gathered here are naught.
Surely these extravagances cannot continue.
All this merrymaking is a...
I can't solve all your problems, you know.
These festivities are part and parcel of our station.
Why, you're... No. Pay me no mind. We who are gathered here are naught but...
All the same dismal affair, if you ask me.
Wonder if anyone would notice times are peaceful. I can ask for no more.
I only pray my watch finishes without incident.
This is where I come when life gets
Back to it.
overwhelming. What's to be done about this?
Suppose I ought to earn my pay.
Good day to you.
My sword arm could use some work.
Is this fast truly to the Sovereign's taste?
My sword arm could use some work.
Quiet as a mill pond hereabouts.
The occasion demands we forego boorish inquiries.
This place is very dreary.
Stop a moment. You'll be glad you did.
I suppose I couldn't. I think that will do for pleasantries.
Who are you supposed to be?
Just between you and me, my survey mission.
Such quietude. My list of duties grows ere longer.
Surely I
I'm
know
in
that you a
fine
day off.
fashion.
Speak to me another time. It falls on me.
I've no time for point.
Well, tiring, isn't it, Sullivan? I'm not here to talk.
What brings you here?
It is good to be reunited. It's nice to see everyone out and about.
Mayhap this ladder is here for a reason.
We ought to put it to good use.
Somehow my feet always carry me.
I can't wait to see what the day holds. Oh, I'm dead on my feet.
Wonder how long this job's about.
A good sleep will ensure we are prepared for the morrow. Twas a chimera I was tasked with battling.
It appears night has fallen while we slept.
Shall we check our packs?
Feeling rested, I trust?
Wait for the new.
interested in my wares? Alright, get some sleep. Or a comfy
Time to be heading.
Quite the predicament.
A fine place to harvest some ingredients.
No harm in picking a few.
If that is your destination, we cannot follow. But know that your return is eagerly awaited.
This job better be worth it. It's too bloody early.
I do like it, but that can get very dull.
Such cheap drink. 'Tis not at all to my taste.
I'd kip just about anywhere. What's going on over there?
Well now, you're...
What is it? Has something happened?
We have it on good authority that a suspicious individual passed through here.
We need to scour the area.
Well, scour all you like. You won't find
In here.
I've been here the whole time. Open up! Open this door right now. We're coming in.
You're dressed rather austerely for a patron.
My humblest apologies, Lady Wilhelmina. We've had reports of an unseemly character in the vicinity, you see, and...
Preposterous. I was out front till but a moment ago, and I did not see so much as a shadow.
Be that as it may.
You are excused. Leave this place, ere you invite our noble host's wrath upon yourself. I will summon you if aught is amiss.
Pray forgive the intrusion.
And what business have you here? In the nobles' playground? Hmm? You've the face of someone in search of a juicy morsel. Would you be looking for this, perchance?
Come on, then. Keep pouring. Do you take me for some green lad who can't handle his cups? I'm your damned king, and a king deserves royal treatment.
Of course, Your Majesty.
Tell us, Your Majesty, would you prefer more drink, or shall we find some other way to amuse ourselves?
Aye. Let's change things up.
I believe I cautioned you to keep your drunken revelry in check, lest you forget these celebrations of your valor are but a pretense for more serious matters.
I know. I do. It's just I get the poison in me and things happen is all.
You need only serve as our false king until Sven becomes consul. Till then, however, you would do well to remember that your role demands a certain degree of dignity. I trust you understand your position, Your Majesty.
Nay, I mean I. As you say, I'll go and sober up.
Why not remove yours as well? This is not the masquerade hall, and we now find ourselves quite alone. What say we dispense with such pretenses and speak openly with one another, Lord 𝐕𝐴𝐺𝐴𝐺?
That will do. If you're discovered, yours won't be the only head that rolls. What is your purpose here, I wonder? If you came to learn of the Sovereign, then 'tis as you have seen. The man is naught but a ale-swilling pretender propped up by the Queen Regent. Of course, that begs the question. If he's a mere mummer, then where might our true arisen be? You'd best go. I'll do what I can to help you make your escape. As you can see, I run an establishment that caters to certain pleasures. You're welcome to come and play anytime, if you escape with your life, that is. Know, however, that our services do not come cheap. Come see me in my bordlery, whene'er you're so inclined. I'll instruct my attendants to send you straight to me. I am the cream of the crop.
Oh, how lovely.
I'm not sure what to do with myself today.
Not much going on.
That patron's eyeing me, I dare say. Not much going on.
Tis quiet as a moon hereabouts.
Fine spot to take my mind off my troubles.
Greetings, Master. Is this where you've been all this while?
Do take care not to stray so far next time.
It seems you have obtained information regarding the false sovereign. Captain Brant will be eager to hear of it, I'm sure. Shall we report this development to Captain Brant? If you would be so kind as to follow me, I shall take you to the one you seek.
A guide is most welcome. Now we shan't lose our way.
There's a ladder here.
Ah, excellent find.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true arisen. I bear word from Regent 𝐿, your Majesty. He espied the delivery of a suspicious package, a minister who happens to be one of the Queen Regent's staunchest and most powerful allies, and from the pains he took to remain on scene. 'Tis plain that Allied wish this. That alone is reason to suspect a connection to the Regent kin intends to court. He bids you to use this opportunity to search the minister's chambers and see if there's aught to be learned. What say? I shall ensure that the door to the minister's chambers is open between midnight and dawn. Pray.
We have been entrusted with a task.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your majesty's... Well, well. He is merely Deesa's puppet then. 'Tis likely that he knows naught of even were he to be removed. I suspect some other would simply be made to take his place. But if there's aught that compels my attention, 'tis this other man you mention. He seems a man of import, and yet, pray, allow me to investigate this matter further.
Queen Regent 𝐿𝐸𝐻𝐸𝐻 appears to be working in concert with this phaser's fellow, but what precisely is their aim?
I'm not sure what we're dealing with here. Shall we make for Burnworth Palace? Let us make for the palace, that she might investigate Minister Allard's chambers. Pawns aren't permitted entry to the palace, but I would see you to the entrance if I may.
The guide is most welcome. Now we shan't lose our way.
We shall remain here.
You are the Arisen, yes? Follow me!
What's going on?
It is well tiring, being so alert all day long.
Them nobles do nothing but guzzle sweetmeats and ale.
Seems my feet always lead me here.
Tis best you move along. Pray, be cautious.
Are the new recruits battle ready yet?
I wish the minister would be more careful. He takes the sentinel posted outside his chambers with him everywhere.
What business could be so pressing that I must be summoned at this late hour?
I would not presume to know, my lord. However, it must be a highly sensitive matter for the Regent Kin to request a private audience.
Oh, perhaps the boy has finally grown wise to the benefits my favor can bring. He might just be his mother.
My lord, if someone were to overhear...
Oh, unwring your hands, you fool! As if anyone in this palace would dare say a word. Now, if Wilhelmina calls, tell her to await me in my chambers. What are you doing in here? I don't recognize you. Guards, seize the intruder.
This is quite a quandary. My sword arm could use some work. Hold fast!
You have the strength to prevail.
Suppose I ought to earn my pay.
I'll take the night watch at
All
desk.
this quiet makes me itch to cause a stir.
Tis quiet as a mill pond here, Alice.
Have you heard the news?
If you don't mind, sir, I've my duty to attend to.
Not for it, but to cut my teeth in a real battle.
Mayhap I'll come here when I'm ready.
Would that all my days were so
surely none more important than this. I speak of the ascension of the Sovereign.
Indeed. But that, Your Grace, would be better discussed in the...
Well, well. We meet again. Is this stealthy business becoming a habit of yours?
Oi! Who goes there? Who's there?
Tut, tut. Now, this just won't do. How's a lady supposed to work with all these interruptions?
Oh, 'tis you, Lady Wilhelmina.
Mm-hmm. Do excuse us. We thought to enjoy a little fresh air. Though we had hoped for slightly more privacy, if you catch my meaning.
Apologies, my lady. But might I ask the name of your companion?
Are you sure it would be wise? Such knowledge has been known to cost a man his head.
Understood, my lady. If anyone asks, I shall say I saw naught.
A narrow escape. You should count yourself lucky that he was so easily flustered. Is that all you have to say for yourself? 'Tis sweet of you to mind your manners, but such niceties won't get you far with me. Something tells me this shan't be the last I see of you. Perhaps you'll be good enough to repay me when next we meet. Off you go now. Off you go now. If you wish to speak further, 'twill...
I dare say you don't belong here.
Not trained for this.
Always sets me to thinking, this place.
Some of us get complacent, but I train every day.
It seems you've made a discovery regarding the false sovereign. Might we not complete our delivery while we're here?
We ought to make the delivery now, lest it should end up lost or misplaced.
You have my support. We ought to bring word of this to Captain Brandt.
Good day, sir. What might you be looking for?
Puts me in the mood for a song, it does.
Mayhap this ladder is here for a reason.
We ought to put it to good use.
Come take a look. You'll be glad you did.
Always a pleasure.
I see our goal has changed. I would not presume to direct our course, but do let me know if you require a guide.
The Arisen decides our path. We have but to follow.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. I know this sigil well. 'Tis the crest of the neighboring country of Batal, a land with which, let me see. It reads, "Pray make haste in securing Melv, that all might be made ready ere our plans are set in motion." A meager clue, to be certain. Though, 'tis clear that the Queen Regent conspires with, though the political situation is stable at present. I fear such a partnership would only put, at any rate, to seem our search has led us to only more questions. Chief, I will investigate these matters as best I can. In the interim, Your Majesty, should you have time to spare, might you make for Melv? Only once we have gleaned a fragment of the Queen Regent's plot can we begin, and ere it slips my mind, pray, take this.
Queen Regent Disa appears to be working in concert with this 𝐂𝐸𝐺𝐸 fellow. But what precisely is their aim?
If 'tis an obscure text we seek, methinks Magistrate Waltar is our best hope. His knowledge of tomes is unparalleled. Certainly, Master. I can take you to this individual.
You have our gratitude. Lead the way.
I overheard some of the soldiers standing guard outside the palace discussing a curious rumor.
Regarding the Queen Regent? And an important personage, you mean?
Indeed. Some suppose there is more to her relationship with this Batali dignitary than is publicly known.
A good sleep will ensure.
Tell me I haven't got any fleas.
Not much going on hereabouts.
Could it be that you are here to help me?
I'll gather this. It might be of use.
Well, I'm his maid no longer. Though I meant no harm, the mistress saw fit. Tell no other soul of this. But the girl I had you fetch was none other than Sebastian's own twin sister, afeard of inviting conflict over their inheritance. Yet the loss of her newborn child drove the mistress half. I had hoped the sight of her long-lost daughter would seem it was not to be.
I'm quite sure I wasn't dreaming. But ox carts don't run so late.
I fear I've much to attend to. This is generally used as a material.
I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time.
If our prayers
A moment's prayer can do a world of good.
I spend my days in quiet reflection.
Ah, Sir Arisen. I've been meaning to speak with you. Did you, perchance, pay a visit to the House of the Blue Sunbright? I see. After the rather strongly worded letter I received, it was under unique circumstances, shall we say, that Daphne came to reside with us. You must understand, the House of the Blue Sunbright is our most generous benefactor, and their favor hinges upon our continued discretion. Thus, for the sake of all who reside herein, I beg you to steer Daphne away from it. Though it pains me to perpetuate the girl's misfortune, it must be done. If... Well met, Sir Arisen. Might I trouble you for alms for the poor? Many thanks. Hold on a moment, Sir Arisen. Perchance you would be willing to see one of the children we care for here at the Gracious... Malcolm, his name is. He's a steady lad. I can't imagine This building's very old. It could be that he's found himself in some strange Might I impose on you to search...
What we need now is information. The question is, where to find it?
I quite agree.
You're wasting your time talking to me.
Follow me, if you would. I'd fain lead the...
A moment's prayer can do a world of good. Chaos in the world begins with chaos of the mind.
Got any tales to liven up my day?
In the end, my good intent, I suppose, 'twas no less than my due.
I fear I've much to attend to.
A moment's prayer can do a world of good.
By your leave, Arisen.
I'd sooner be home. I'm so very hungry.
What should I do?
Who's there? On my woes.
Suppose you're all right.
You came to see me?
Got any tales to liven up my day?
The other day, I chanced to see a most resplendent ox cart on the high road.
I am honored to be called to your side, Arisen.
Is it true you're the Arisen? That's what I've heard, anyhow.
Malcolm's been really into exploring of late. Just the other day, he was going around telling anyone who'd listen about how he was an ox hair away from making some big discovery. Malcolm. All he's doing of late is picking through rubble. Don't know why he bothered.
This looks as good a place as any. Not my kind of place, this.
A common reward. Frustratingly so.
We cannot expect gleaming treasures round every corner. Just yonder looks to be a good spot for harvesting ingredients.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
Aye, sir.
If you've naught to say, I'd best be going.
I only work when I fancy it. But I get...
Might not seem like much, but it tastes...
You fond of those eyes? Keep them to yourself.
I haven't seen my husband in some time. You wouldn't happen to know what's become of him, would you, sir?
Well met. This here's the sank. I assume you'll be starting off with a mug of the good stuff. Keep those orders coming. This fearsome world of ours is...
Oh, what does this say?
Shall we take a closer look?
What's your business with me, Cos?
This place offers a view of the sea. Forgive me, but I cannot guide you from here.
Suppose you're all right.
I'm quite sure I was, but ox carts don't run so late at night. Was it a phantom then?
I end up feeling weary even after a day of rest.
The heavens have forsaken us. All is lost.
Oh, I can't complain.
Understood. I will await you here, Arisen.
Life can be tiring, even if there's no trouble.
You're always so...
I don't know what to do.
Have I sleep on my heavens have forsaken us. All is
Wickedness has no hold. Places such as this ought to be protected. What becomes my power? Wickedness has no hold. I need not strive to know the unknown. I find such solace in prayer. I fear I've much to attend to.
Chaos in the world begins with chaos of the mind. By your leave, Arisen.
Say, I've noticed you walking around. If I were you, I'd pay a visit to the jail next, if you haven't already. The place is full of unsavory characters, as one might expect, who've seen things ordinary citizens aren't privy to. I should know. I was among their company.
Servants of the heaven.
Much appreciated.
Soon as my shift's done, I'm off to the tavern.
Tis here that I beg you to conduct yourself with care. An unsettled mind begets an unsettled... You are more than welcome to return.
Would that I now had force to draw such quietude is a blessing.
Won't someone do aught about this?
As I've said, my husband has left. Oh, Sir Ludolf, you say? Aye, we're acquainted. He's been coming around oft of late. As I recall, his visit started just afore Gregor was given his new assignment. Why are you asking me about him? Does this have aught to do with my husband? What? No. You mean... not my Gregor? Sir Arisen, I beg of you. You must say you will be repaid, I swear it. No, just please. Save him. Oh, thank goodness. Pray, go to him at...
Money can buy comfort, sure, but not happiness.
Must be my winter coat growing in.
No! I'm not sending anyone into that cave!
But Jonas, isn't it your duty to aid our people?
This world's gone to the dogs.
manage.
Sir Arisen, I am sorry you had to witness that. Jonas has been harsher in his treatment. Yet how can he condone leaving a man to his death is beyond my ken. Though the chief has forbidden it, a number of us intend to mount. Will you aid us in our efforts? Pray, meet us at Stormwind.
Perhaps we ought to hurry. Lest we arrive too late to be evade.
Can't do much on an empty stomach.
Fancy coming out to sea? All
I've things to do, if you don't mind.
Careful, Master. We know not what to expect from this enemy. Let my magic imbue your weapon with the fury of the elements. Master!
foe. Its heart is most vulnerable.
Stilling its pulse is no mean feat, but it can be done. Strike at the heart while it's exposed.
What is it? What has happened to your magic?
Let my magics grant you an elemental boon.
Seems my humming would be
You're welcome to browse my wares. Can I interest you in a room, sir? Glad to be of service, sir.
Very well. I shall return.
For bread and board, you'll find none better.
We must rest. Though the sun is...
Well met, sir.
Now we've the vim to tackle the day ahead.
Come, we've much to be getting on with.
Ready to forge on?
Well met, son. Well met, son. How might I be of service? Always a pleasure.
Ah, I'll take that. We might find a use for it. A fine place to harvest some ingredients.
No harm in...
I'd sooner not battle those with whom we have no quarrel. Yet if they mean us harm, we can defend ourselves.
Right you are.
Where'd you scamper off to?
Come on then. Let's stand. That was well fought. There's no one standing who might say otherwise.
Overconfidence is an enemy in and of itself. Let us instead strive to better ourselves with every battle.
Where do you think you're going, eh?
I grant you fire's blade. Use it well.
Putting that aside, ours is a party of women.
And yet, no two of us are the same. Thank you, Arisen. I'm overjoyed to have completed the task my master set for me.
I concur.
In traversing other worlds, I came to know of a treasure chest in this area. Perchance you'd like to see it. Let my magic imbue your weapon with the fury of the elements. Tremendous work!
Let us aim for greater precision with our next attempt.
Single-mindedness makes our enemy difficult, but it's not necessarily easier to counter. I'll save you! Go where your help is needed.
Attack now, while the ogre's attention is fixed on its favorite prey. Make haste.
One of us has been doused in flies.
Strategy that our foe uses. Knock its feet out from under it and strike here it recovers.
I grant you roaring flame.
To match your skill, Master. Now, what might that be?
We ought to take a closer look. Here's a surprise.
Our collection grows.
Interesting. I shall have to inform my own master of this. gathered
Wolves, if I've ever seen them.
Ice is not a threat to it. We may have to rethink our strategy. You'll want to remove that slime, and soon. Focus your strength, Arisen. Every master I've ever served has favored different tactics. One party I joined consisted only of ranged specialists.
Each to their own.
Let my magic grant you an elemental boon. Certainly worthwhile. One of us has been doused in slime! We have found the material. I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time. I've just recalled. I found a treasure chest near here during my travels beyond the rift. May I show you to its location? To remove that slime, and soon.
Let me get that. I suppose there can be no harm in bringing this along.
We cannot expect gleaming treasures round every corner.
We have no means of exploiting our enemies.
One of us has been doused in slime! That strategy never would have occurred to me.
Is not what I expected.
During my travels beyond the rift, I learned of a cave near here that you have yet to explore. Shall I take us there? You'll want to remove that slime, and soon. You're welcome to take whatever you like from my pack, Master. I'd gladly see you put what I find to good use. Dare I say it? We trounced our foe, well and true. We mustn't allow ourselves to become complacent. Take each trial as it comes.
I expect this would... Fetch a fair sum at market.
A fitting reward for a rigorous search. Seems a decent spot for a campsite.
A chance to recover our strength would be most welcome. Really now, what are you doing?
Not to be so careless. Let my magics grant you an elemental boon.
Foes of this caliber are hardly worth the effort.
Right you are.
holy attacks will serve us well here.
Then we know what must needs be done.
I believe yon foe is drawn to us. Not to extinguish our lanterns, lest we summon it unwittingly.
Then I shall remain by your side. This ladder looks sturdy enough to climb.
We ought to put it to good use. I'd wager there's aught to be found here.
We ought to take a closer look. Are we to remain here? Sunset draws near.
We shall have to be all the more vigilant.
You? What are you doing? I have not thought aid would come.
Hold fast, soldiers! All is not lost yet!
Dry and blade. Use it well.
I only hope I did not disappoint.
What's this? Where's the fiend gone? Has it fled? I can hardly believe it. I fought at Dullahan and she'll live to tell, but... Fie! I've just remembered. See, I hadn't thought I'd return alive. But I didn't want to worry my wife so I took a letter with me just in case. And when the tide of battle threatened to overwhelm us, I sent a runner to bear it to my wife. It would be an awkward thing for her to read my final farewell, though I dare say she'd forgive me. Which will be right. I'd best be off. Oh, and if I've not said it yet, thank you, sir.
Now here's a surprise.
Our collection grows.
Interesting. I shall have to inform my own master of this.
Aught fell from the beast as it breathed its last. Dark enough to warrant the use of your lantern, Master.
Pray, do not impede me, sir. I'm...
Much obliged.
Have no means of exploiting our enemy's weakness. I'll collect that. You needn't trouble yourself. We have found a material.
I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time. Naught like a feast to get you ready for bed.
Good sleep is the key to a good adventure. I can't imagine we're in need of a campsite just now.
'Tis enough to make camp only when the need arises. Master, my heart knows no greater peace than when I'm by your side. During my travels beyond the rift, I learned of a cave near here that you have yet to explore. Shall I take us there? We've made it then. What's our first order of business, Arisen?
What a racket!
Look, as long as you keep opportunities as they come, I say.
Have you business with the guild, sir? I should be... Glad to assist you.
Always a pleasure.